Taking early contact towards ramp, wants to drop the counter smoke in, gives himself a bit of space towards jungle. That hasn't stopped Zypher from picking up the first headshot towards CT. D&E still trying to make progress towards A, and Setari will be able to slice out that CT hold. It's Zypher that goes for 1-for-1, but Stare, he's got ideas of his own. Lawnix jumping in towards Sandwich, and it's all kicking off. Bomb drops as well. A second fight for Lawnix, and a second headshot found, and it's all on Rigon, 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. He's got a mammoth task, but here's the first refresh of 4. Info game with a bomb dropped, 1 minute on the clock to work with. 2 players are flying, and Slacks can tuck himself away. Long 3 peaks, he makes it a 3-peat.
Flashes, for example, or you know, scenarios of Rick with a smoke, they go for 2 force buys, and that's why, because they've got aim and they hit heads.
Already so aggressive, and it's worked so nicely until they.
Slacks has gone, Stare a second, and just like that, bad news Eagles, but they still have the better chance, it seems. Lawnix now just going to try and hunt as best as he can to find a couple of these kills, but more importantly, hold on to that M4. Rigon's really slipped the net completely. Lawnix does hit the headshot, but at the cost of 90 points of health. Setari and GXX will go hunting. That MP9 taken down, but Setari, he'll find the last, and that's a B&E. 4 players having their heavy Kevlar as a minimum. Definitely could be looking good. It's Rigon to open things up out towards A, though. B&E just going for the simple A execute. Smoke jungle, smoke stairs. Don't cover CT off, and that gives Zypher a chance. He rattles the head of Synopsis for a second as well. One flat throw. That is a brilliant shot. Lawnix dropping in towards Sandwich, finding GXX mid-air. But eventually it's Setari to take him out of the round. A great shot from Flax. That Deagle still rattling heads. And not staring the 1v2, and it's doable. Last player low, but he's tagged up himself, taking the fight, switches out, give him a bit of space. All he's got to do is hit the head, and he does indeed find the kill. It's not quite the headshot, but in GXX missed shot, and actually the bottom side of the boost is punished. Setari can't get out of dodge in time.
And he's unfortunate as well. He's paying the lowest part of the boost, right? You don't expect him to be in contact. Speaking of, Slacks gets the lead by a GXX.
Done. Towards under, Zyphon half health, one flat throw, not paying attention to the jungle. That'll get him taken down. Zyphon for his second in the round. Synopsis and GXX against 4 and share the love. He gets boosted into jungle, and that's going to catch Slacks completely off guard. Jungle, they don't know that this is going to be an A-play. Refresh is going to try and battle his way out, finds himself a first. A dink to Setari, but he does stay alive. 46 points of health, and that leaves the burden on Zyphon, HG and Molly. Dodging them both on the arm of GXX maybe. He's just going to try and play a bit of contact. The AWP HP set to minimal. Setari's got his head ripped off his shoulders, and Lawnix now left to save. 1v4. All about timing for this Dane before refresh. He's going to read into it quite nicely. Juan Flatro will find the trade. That Stare dropped in apartments and know that he could be an underpass, but you would never expect him to be up close like this. Synopsis seemed to have a rough idea, and the 1-for-1 trade is out. But more integrity, that's enough at level. Rigon going to find some space towards A, and now it's about drawing Sprout back across. He wants to sell the fake. Unfortunately, not sold enough for Slack. He's able to pick apart the rotate. One flat throw. What a shot.
What a response.
It's brilliant. GXX with a missed shot. Now he knows where both players are. Zyphon with the first. Headshot angle. GXX will find it. That's a clinical shot to hit.
We need to find Sprout finding a little bit more success. And one thing that could start things off is a great shot towards GXX. He has been brilliant so far, and Slacks on his back with one.
Excuse me. Getting a little bit of a tag. Lawnix in the meantime finishes the kill. 5 locked in at least. The flash is catching Slacks off guard, and the spam from Palace. Zyphon positioned himself to perfection. Brilliant response from Rigon, but you're never expecting the double stack here. Synopsis won't check it. Rigon's already turned his head away from it, and so despite the AWP being positioned on site, he's going to now have a lot of work to do. Nice shot at least from Synopsis to find one. All 3 players towards CT, edging on out. Slacks has got the angle covered off, and for that,
pops up through the smoke, won't find his target, and Rigon, nice amount of space out towards mid, and he punishes refresh too.
One flat throw thinks he's got amazing timing, but in actual fact, I knew he was there all along. It doesn't matter for one flat throw because he's just better, it seems.
Think about it logistically, it is like kind of real life mechanics, but at the same time, it just seems so broken. Zypher gonna find one towards Rigon, at the very least, brings the numbers.
Here at the steps, gets the kill. 3v3, 25 seconds. That bomb has no time to rotate. It's going to have to be a Lawnix show on the back of the B site. Jumping around the corner. I think he did spot the AWP of GXX. He doesn't expect him to have jumped down and into the jaws of the big home maybe that Love the old Mirage Pug. And a kill from Synopsy, catching a very aggressive Zyphon. 5-on-4 once again established in favour of the Albanian side. Refresh has to walk forward, wanders into the AWP of GXX. Another smoke towards middle. Ornix is going to be caught intermittent between those smokes. One Flatro has potential right, sees the light go, stares at least he's going to get an upgrade on his FAMAS to an AK, but it's still a 4v2. Back on the B side under hostage.
Stare as well. Getting spotted out, 20 points of HP. The flash will catch him too. In towards window, Rigon closing them down in a matter of seconds. And for Slacks, saving here is going to be difficult. They're going hunting. They want him to drop that AWP.
I don't blame them, to be quite honest with you. It would be a massive blow financially if they can't keep your in play. Slacks with a second, GXX all baited. Jumps back across. It's a game of trickery that Slacks will win. Setari getting legged up as well. All of the kills for Slacks, but it does not mean much because the round still goes B&E's way worse, right? So B&E are going to be taking the fight. They're going to want blood in the beginning of this one. Lawnix will draw it from Setari though to start things off. Flashbang chucked in behind him, try and give him a bit of space. One Flatro, the other map 10 is to 11 points of health. Instead will finish the job he started moments ago. GXX in response will find Ron. Rigon and Synopsy both with kills. USP will find another. And Zyphon catching the A flank, meaning it's Rigon in a 1 versus 2, but he knows where there is. And the other players out towards A. Rigon giving his first 1v1. And he'll be the victor against Stare. Tap from Zyphon. It's a volley thrown, so he knows he's not on it. It's the second tap.
Oh, brilliant.
To come from underneath. A 1 versus 2.
Belongs just posted up, head glitch angle over towards short. Nothing to be spotted, jumping in towards mid. He's met by Rigon, and he doubles down on towards Slacks too.
Nearly finds a third of refresh. Whiskers away from losing his life to the headshot. GXX finds there eventually. One Flatro, he's going to get the jump scare of his life as Refresh runs through the smoke, but it all means the best here. The bomb's already well over halfway ticked though. For that, we can only applaud the efforts given for Zyphon. Rigon with plenty in the next round with the lost bonus they get, so understandable, and it doesn't stop the Deagle from hitting shots like that. Zyphon just dropping a smoke on the molly, takes a bit of damage, but it was safety in the molly more integrally. Rigon is going to find the first Lawnix and Zyphon both with kills. Synopsy and GXX in 8-4, and the first shot does connect. And GXX has got a bit of work to do from Palace with the AWP, and he'll head back in towards ramp. Synopsy still from Connector, still kicking with the AK, but a great shot from Lawnix. Now, GXX in the clutch, 1v2.
Yeah, much harder now. I mean, I guess the half armor helps, but with an AWP, doesn't really make too much of a difference. Scout, AK-47 in play, and it doesn't matter. Logs for the Scout. What a shot.
He was on great. It certainly doesn't need that play. Zyphon caught out. Rigon can't find the transfer, and that gives Zyphon a second. Any more with the AK, switches to the Deagle. Head still could be rolling. GXX next in line for Zyphon. He's giving out 3 haircuts towards A. It's 3 headshots in the round, and more integrally, a 5th on the board for Sprout. They make things work towards the latter part of the first half.
5-round lead to work with.
Okay. There we go, Sprout. A bit of flair to their T side. Big.
Oh, wow.
3, and no response from Bad News Eagles make it 4. Lawnix's hat trick. It's Lawnix's round. It's his domain. A Synopsy left 1v5, spamming away, spins back around, and it's just not meant to be. Stare will
sort of expect, if I'm perfectly honest. Fullback coming out, but Rigon makes it easy for the first. Traded out by Stairs, wants to double down, and he will be able to do so, but it's a laboured spray.
Oh, brilliant from Stare, holding his nerve with the spam. GXX will find the trade.
Also how Sprout are approaching these seaside rounds. The aggression coming through is getting a lot of map control, and Flatro's used the gap in the smoke to his advantage as Slacks gets strong.
No need to take the extra risk and the extra gamble. Setari certainly will roll the dice towards ramp though. He's rewarded with what he needs. Synopsy going to be dropped on short, but still that man advantage in favour of Bad News Eagles. Rigon goes lurking towards short late in the round. That puts Sprout down to 3 fractures. Lawnix, which one gets caught off by one Flatro. Information on the second. It's now a 1v4 for the young gun. 18 kills already, needs to make it 21. If he wants to see Sprout to an 8, then unfortunately, Bad News Eagles will put all the ones on the board. And that grants themselves a bit of mid. Synopsy goes looking. We'll find the first. Did spot a second. And does have the look. A third. Oh my god, Synopsy. That is brilliant accuracy with the M4. International. Flatro goes looking. Stare goes a swinging. And it's the top mid presence that grants Sprout that 5v4. Stare. The pass! Not going to be caught off. Instead, Setari looking to pick up the pieces. Goes to the spam, finds himself one. Has to back away and reload his M4. In the meantime, Lornix catching Rig on. And Setari will eventually drop Zyphon, but it's still a 2v3. Originally a 2v4. Setari finding a lot of damage and a kill. Eagle drawn. I mean, that is...
Imagine.
That is bad news, Eagles. They go tapping, spam through the smoke. They now know GXX through it. Setari with another, but the molly will deny. Is there enough time? Absolutely not. Wave goodbye at 14. Sprout with 8 points of health to spare. Really looking for a way to recover. Sprout applying a lot of pressure towards B. More importantly, Rigon finds the opening kill on one flip. Rapid, he makes noise. Setari taking the brunt of the damage, and he does indeed finish his dinner. Refresh puts things back to the 4v4.
Yeah, I mean, Rigon got a really important kill over towards B-Apps as well. Long tries to go super aggro, goes for the information play, and he gets punished for it. Zyphon to 4-2, doubles it down, and of course gives that man advantage.
Or GXX picking up another 4 versus 2 scenario from Bad. Sprout just going to be living on a bit of copium for the rest of Mirage, because ultimately Bad News Eagles are just
the lesser game of COD. It's about the great game of what we're seeing so far. Long's keeping the dream alive for Sprout 2 as GXX to fall.
Starts to fade, he's likely to be taken. Stare, he's going to be held down. First kill, second kill for Juan Flatro. You wanted them to keep it. It's Juan Flatro to take it as he finds himself a third. Denied of a fourth as Lornix comes through jungle swinging. But it's just himself and Zyphon in a 2v3 to keep Sprout alive, to keep Sprout kicking. It's Synopsy with one, and it might just be Setari the other, but Zyphon keeps it mollied off. But the bomb drop towards middle gives only one exit to this round. Rigon has a first attempt with the AWP, going for jumps, going for no scopes, and it gives Zyphon a chance to close the gap. But time is the issue, and Setari jumping for joy in his gun sent to the sky because he knows Bad News Eagles take
Sprout, so it has to be settled somewhere here, more or less, and GX actually kicks off things on towards Long. It's a great start, in fact.
Synopsy, beautiful, tucked in, jumps spot. Oh, we'll give him up those facts. No, Zyphon with 2, GX and Synopsy. Refresh still kicking, is now all on Stare. The burden is on the young gun, 40 points of health. GXX as well, slightly tagged, but not as low as his enemy. And he does find the headshot, and he has the time to get the defuse. It's the pistol round
themselves
going.
up for a 2-0.
Stare. Picks up Synopsy. 9 times out of 10 in that engagement. One Flatrum in the meantime seems to have navigated past the rifleman. A dink. Not enough to kill. Lornix 2 points of health. Winnable of scenarios here for Sprout. They've got to be careful. That's the first headshot found. It's a scenario 1v4. 2 players low HP. And that's not going to give him a chance in this one, but taking a long range engagement. MP9 against Heavy. Play without it, certainly would have died. And well, Stare gets a lot of information, but ultimately gives up and probably saved the rifle for the rest of the team. Run it in, see what happens, because stuff like that can happen. Synopsy, second headshot.
So at least making something of this, swinging in as well. Zyphon will take a little bit of damage. It's a 1-for-1 trade off the back of Setari, though. Still, there's space and time for them to work on a retake here. Numbers looking very favourable, but not much longer. Is Refresh going to find one more? Looking to make it a second to bring it back to a 2 versus 2. And Slacks is exactly that.
Bomb ticking. Way too far gone dead. Spammed up, only taking 17 points of health. GXX will deliver the rest to Zyphon, though. Through the wall.
Not away from it just yet. Refresh trying to get a bit of space to find and work with, but the Slacks to bring things back level.
Bomb dropped in the open. Slacks trades, but Setari still got something to say about it. Spam through the smoke as well, doing pretty good damage. Slacks trying to punch him in his attitude. Re-maneuver. Planting the short refresh. He's going to find GXX and one Flatro. Setari next in the guillotine, maybe. Low HP for both parties. Setari goes wandering over the top, a headshot. Now has to back away and gets a new magazine. Thrown into his A1S, looking over the top, headshot found. Refresh with all 3. For earlier errors, though. Only a third of the way there, really, Sprout. So, lot of time. Setari turns it back to middle because Rigon's found the opening tilt elsewhere, thinking maybe this is going to be some form of B play. He'd be correct in assuming so. Spotting one in middle. The bait and switch works quite nicely. They have the slight control, but it's at the cost of another terrorist name. Those pieces there. Like, Setari jumps into the jaws of Lornix, so numbers looking a little more appropriate for Sprout now in the
turn rounds back in their favor, especially when they have the man advantage. This is another prime example. Slack's gonna find one Flatro, and he could even double it down on towards Rigon. He's posted up. It's a messy couple of sprays coming through. They're just trying to find damage with the smokes, but Slack is stepping up. He's looking for the third as well. It's very dicey on live stage, but he won't be finding it. And somehow Refresh makes it 2.
Oh, close, no cigar. Rigon caught out on the aggressive stare. Traded out. 1 for 1 on making the movement. Didn't expect him to be up close. One Flatro certainly does. And he'll punish the young gun accordingly.
In which they've lost from a man advantage. I'm not going to be too secure with them just yet, because Zyphon's going to bring the numbers level. GXX
taken. And some work done. One Flatro tags up, finds the first, looking for a second. Slacks has got him zoned in on with the big green. 25 shots. Setari, his position compromised, goes running up top, finds the kill. Now Zyphon left in the clutch. 1v2. Bomb tapped Zyphon with the first. Setari, no kit, so it has to be a 10-second stick. Zyphon makes noise, and he's not going to repeat. He thinks he's off it. Setari keeps holding, and that will be a second on the board for Bad News Eagles. A 10-second hold, unconventional.
It's a positive in what has been a pretty dark situation for them so far. They need to use this as a catalyst. The momentum in there it is. Setari to find yet one more, but Stare insta-trade onto a Synopsy.
Rigon shifting back, knife out. Not expecting Stare to draw the gunfight on sight. And now Sprout rewarded with another advantage. And sure, pavement sort of ran out in the previous round in that clutch scenario. Stare this time resurfaced the Sprout pass to an 8. And for that, they're given 3 kills to that. It's not safe. A bit of damage, but runs through the smoke. Got rewarded with a kill. Refresh will have him taken out. 5 versus 4. Now ordering himself down towards ramp. And that is a brilliant shot to be hit with a deagle. Needs to find more. Rigon taken out of the equation. GXX finds a leg shot to Slacked. Playing time, wants to play again. Peekaboo with Sprout. Unfortunately, no surprises for Lornix. Right into that play all too nicely. One Flatro and GXX now in the 2 versus 4. Deagle can find the first kill. I think this round has to be done and dusted, and with that kill coming in favor of Sprout. Some rounds against B&E, and you know, don't want to say I don't believe in B&E. 2-1, the reverse sweep. It's never unlikely. Slacks finds GXX to open things up, so already York on the CT side eradicated. Stare makes it look so easy on ramp. Rigon as well, of all players to be hitting with that. Brilliantly taken care of.
Oh, it's messy. Very messy there. Stare to fall, refresh on to back though, and it keeps that man advantage so comfortably in favor, and they can cross over towards the B side. The wrap coming through, Zyphon can park up as well, deny that rotation. One Flatro, this is going to be difficult, but he gets a bit of timing, and he finds one more, and then A could do some serious problems.
We're talking about a Sprout map 2 win, this convincingly at least. GXX, he'll try and shut me up a little bit here. First kill going their way. Slacks with a decent response though. And ultimately a 4v4 to settle down. And in fact, from the man up to the man down, Bad News Eagles.
Advantage and a lot to do with not a lot to work with. Setari peeking out though. We'll find one, logs to fall. That's time and space to work with. And there's only 25 seconds left on the clock.
It has to be a committal towards B. That bomb has no opportunity of making it back towards A in time. And so Stare is simply here to cause a ruckus. He does so. Setari, he's the last man left, but he stays on jump up. He holds his nerve. He thinks it's a B play. He'd be correct in the gamble. Setari, all players found. The B side left open. Stare nowhere to be seen because he's on the other side of the map.
And that is Sprout dropped off. I can't see it happening just yet. I'll have to wait and see. It towards mid. Slacks punishes one Flatcher's over extension, and he goes down. It takes that man advantage early doors in favor of the T side, and they're going to double it down over towards ramp. Hit the hands of Stare.
Over it. Rigon, GXX, Setari left to try and piece together a 4th round for Bad News Eagles. Slacks won't let it happen though. That does give GXX fair warning.
Oh no. Oh, that was tough to watch. That hurt my eyes a little bit.
Heads. Going to tails. Bad News Eagles doubling down upon their actions. Seems to be fighting back. against them. At least they do find themselves level here in the 4 versus 4. Regon playing sandbags. Like he hasn't checked it. Yeah, you bait Synopsy. Is he going to check behind him? Oh my god, look. Turn around, Regon. Turn around. Oh, snap. There's 2 people here. And he's got them both dead to right.
Ow.
Brilliant job from Regon. I don't know how
Well, for now, of course, that has left it down to 2 versus 3. Made that a 2 versus 2. Refresh holding the spray. Not going to find too much for now as Scenario trade.
Mate, what a crazy round of CS. Regon might have just bought themselves a 4. Time continuing to expire, forcing Slacks into the open. And that is going to be a 4th.
Scenario already opened over towards B.
Siphon going to close the gap. USP winning the first engagement. Great shot from Lornex. And a trade is looking valuable right now. Juan Flatro and GXX both with kills. It does go back and forth a little bit. A dink out. Slacks is low. Refresh still trying to take the fight. GXX in the meantime going to punch in the digits and get the bomb down. Synopsy to try and further that as well. 2v2. HP falling in favour of the T side. Certainly does look to be that way with the bomb tipping away as well. Slacks low HP and GXX will have to say in the last.
Well, you know, the true test. And already goes so aggressive. Long swinging in and it's messy and he gets punished.
Crowd down to 4. That's the exact start the Bad News Eagles needed. Make it 3 because Scenari's found Refresh. Siphon good for 1, but a trade leaves Synopsy with an extra kill to his tally. Progressive. Lornex, great job. We'll find the first. Looking for more. Siphon a second. That's more like it for Sprout. They get numbers and they keep them. Lornex a third. Bad News Eagles down to 2.
Launching back as well, though. Oh, running out and towards that site like that. I mean, that is really risky from Synopsy. To even find any space would have been a big ask. It's now left GXX all alone. 1v4. Sprout, the answer back has been pretty good. He's surely been held as well. We'll find ourselves 1. So at the very least, it's making it a little...
Nade. Synopsy low. Flashbang will finish the job, basically. Stare. Wanders in. Gets the kill. Moves away. 5v4.
Better, much better. Back coming as well. I'm not going to find too much. Sex out of ask, you know, stepping up on towards Rig on that huge spam coming through.
Eagles, despite such a good start, it also he's thrown away. Stare. He'll pick up 1. GXX gets a no-scope in response. Slacks. We'll find a trade. Mary now left in the clutch 1 versus 4. Easy as you like. Go big or go home in round 21. Refresh would have been spotted. Tech9 to close the gap. Setari to open up the kill feed in 21. Looking for a second as well. The drive-by works so well. They know there's a second player in on B. So now, the worst position to be in. 2 rifles as well. 1 Flatro with a late flank in middle. Punishing Stare. And I think this is going to be a save call for Sprout.
Right, Slacks will pick off Rigon. It is just a deagle. But second time I'm asking 1 Flatro trade. No AWP in the hands of Sprout. Needed
some space to work with, and he's able to slip the net and move away, but he doesn't fall back. He just re-aggresses, and Rigon caught off guard.
Very important for Slacks here to keep things favourable with an Opsy HP trade on the less, and GXX keeps things level.
Pretty good for Bad News Eagles, though, because of this flank from 1 Flatro. I mean, detected by Lornex, but just doesn't hit the shot. Because Refresh is knife out, holding the flank. Scenario, though, also holding for the flank. And the Spidey senses tingle. And I feel like that's a one-way...
I mean, textbook from him. And the fact that he's tagged down as well might see things out. GXX wants nothing to do with it.
Now they can be themselves, as you said, right? The BME we know and love is fast pace in your face Counter-Strike. For Slacks and Lornex, they certainly are getting in your face.
Dicey.
They're going to go for the push, and Synopsy gets deleted. Deagle finds the first. Transfer from Setari isn't enough. And the AWP now trying to chime in. GXX needs to find the rest. First found. Able to transition out to the rifle as well. Some AK in his pocket. Lornex up close, red into. Does he have them all? No, GXX. 8 points of health, the difference. But the utility we have behind it, not looking too good. Oh, brilliant shot, though.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Refresh. No, the IGL falls. Flash will come over towards ramp, at least stops that tempo a little bit, and Cypher on to backbone of his own.
Now they're going to pick up the pace. Slacks missed shots, missed opportunity. Scenari's going to slip in towards short, has the M4 Stare. The mental to just hold the angle, spray through the smoke and finds the kill. Unfortunately, it means nothing because Rigon gets his edge in as well. Now just tapping away, and I guess trying to be a bit of a nuisance on this headshot angle here, Stare, to hinder that bomb plant. More importantly, gets a kill and gets out. Now, Lawnix, his flank.
At the very least, bomb will go down. That's the positive sign for B&E. But of course, numbers are looking great. They're going to find Synopsy and Launch. Great timing in behind. See Sprout up to 15.
Well, bad news, Eagles. 1 round away from losing out and forced to play a decider. Zyphon, opening kill, bomb plant, or bomb dropped as well, excuse me. Lawnix going to make it a second. Dancing back and forth between the angles. And it's all on Rigon. 1 versus 4, finds the first. But I think 1 and done will be the name of the game, as it is indeed the final kill going Lawnix's way from the squeaky door. Gets dinked. Cool stare. Finds the kill. Brilliant stuff. Lawnix stare, both with kills as well. That's 3 for 1 on the pistol round here. Bad news Eagles down to Setari and Synopsy. The 2 S's left to perform some heroics, and Lawnix gonna zone in, and well, there you have it. A second for him as well. Setari last man left. Messing with safety, you know, you think the molly's there, who's pushing a molly? Well, your teammate. Rigon has Lawnix dead to right though. Brilliant shot. 5v4, that Galil working out a lot better than I thought it would, I'll give you that. Zyphon's going to upgrade to the AK.
Ready. Bit of a gap. I mean, there's some sound cues to work with here, but Rigon gives away his ruse. We'll be able to use that to allow one Flatro for 1, GXX for another 2. Brilliant hold from them and in towards ult, then refresh. Not long live.
On ramp, Setari thinks the A1S is still objectively better. It certainly is when there's an AWP there to assist you. GXX, he'll take down Zyphon. 5v4, Molly going to cut circulation off as well. Refresh went for the swing. Second guessed himself when that Molly came out. But the player's still diving down towards the lower site. Setari, flashbang chucked up high. It's going to blind Rigon, and that actually gets him killed. Setari, though, still kicking, finds himself a second. And it's a Slacks 1v4, now 1v3.
Even getting the bomb down here is going to be so difficult. Slacks holding 1, 2. Hang on a second. He's made it a 1 versus 1. It's GXX with an AWP.
Parties for Slacks. This would be an insane 1v4. Takes the fight. GXX keeps his cool. And just about first class this way. Straight down the vent he falls. GXX finds 1. M4 galore for Setari. Lineup is good. Round is even great.
A rifle being collected too. Setari gonna park up over towards the right hand side. He might be able to find something. 1, 2, lining him up as he's mowing him down into the meat grinder of Setari. And towards outside, the last is spotted instead.
Stormer when it comes to the old HLTV ratings.
Not bad. Glad that tally as well. Synopsy gonna find Launch.
There instead, the wallbang is attempted. Double molly's chucked in, and the fight is taken. GXX opening kill. Zyphon, he'll trade. They know one player's out on the top site, but it's just not communicated. Setari,
wow.
Another 3K. Living his best life, and he's just spamming everyone down, making those plays, keeping them in it. Rigon now feeling it, going aggressive, catching Lawnix completely off guard. 5v3.
Again, continue this strong run. Luke arguably one of the more T-sided maps in the pool, and the struggle is kind of consistent along a lot of teams. GXX towards back red, finds there. Tough start to the round for them, but they're already down to 4.
Outside pressure is brilliant. Flashbang's chained up quite nicely with the peak. He's able to swing out. It's a freebie. 1 Flatro with a second through the smoke. Slacks is eliminated. Synopsy aggressive towards Squeaky Door. I mean, if you didn't see like the colors on the left hand and the right hand side, you would expect him to be a terrorist, being Squeaky in that angle with such time left on the clock. Doesn't matter anyway. 1 Flatro with another. GXX picking diagonal ones, as you can see. 1 Flatro, blind, checked, eliminated. Stare, using his brain to good use. Get all the steps going up. They've planted for main. Refresh is able to take down Synopsy, though. I thought that was going to be the wow factor of the round. If Synopsy was able to slide up the vent and kill him in time. Bomb drops, no chance at winning the round. Instead, it's a retake required from BNE. First kill goes their way. Second as well, as Rigon finds Slacks alongside him. Now it's just down to Setari, though. Nice first shot. Ooh. Knows that Stairs on site and knows that Refresh is lobby. And as he starts to swing out, takes the fight. It's a second kill for Setari. Not quite the third, though. Stair keeps his cool for all sorts being lobbed out outside. Oh, Slacks. Yep, holding the angle. Perfect timing. GXX to walk out into it. Flatro. He's going to get mollied out, though. 20 seconds left. Finds the kill. No way, a second one, Flatro. That's brilliant. He's the man that we needed to step up, and he does so with excellence. A second kill, make it all 3 for Synopsy.
Oh, that lack of outside control is going to affect them, and it doesn't. Really well played. Towards the A site, Synopsy tested, passing the first one, might be traded out, but he's still alive.
Oh, Stair will get him, but look, everyone else drops like flies. It's Slacks against 4. And an 11th seems looming. Bad News Eagles in the decider where it matters most. Seem very comfy on the CT side. It's one flat trope. Boxed in on ramp. Refresh does check the corner. Gets the kill. Headshot found, but the rest of Bad News Eagles are left missing. Pointing towards this B play. Slacks, doesn't even need help. Lornex is just there. Now he's able to enable himself to find another stare, and Slacks with all the kills between them on this B hole.
For the majority Glocks, a PT-50 here and there, bit of utility. The priority is one part.
Great spam coming out from Zyphon. Famas finds 3, 4, nearly the 5th as well. Would have been a sick ace for him, but Rigon fighting back. Stare, caught half blind at least from the flashbang. Nate goes to deep, one flat throw. Brilliant shot, gets the secret control. Now Sprout probably want to react. What a position this is. Refresh goes aggressive and does find the kill. So 4v4, but they're just trying to buy time for the flank. And Refresh having none of it, goes aggressive, finds 2, and the bomb dropped in lobby as well. Slacks is now aware of the flank. And what looked like a pretty promising start for B&E, starting to turn a bit pear-shaped here in the 3v3.
It is. I mean, this is really not looking great. 30 seconds to work with. Bomb is down, though. Flank will come through. Rigon surely finds Refresh here in towards Hot. Will do. Refresh will fall. Slowly coming. Doesn't expect him towards backside.
No. A massive blunder. Lornex with 1. Setari, half HP, taps the bomb, doesn't stick it. Second smoke chucked in. Flashbang goes out. Lornex turns, and Setari will catch
that's
it.
credit to the B&E playing these mind games. Really well played from them. Sprout, back to nothing, back to a low buy. Double straight down from one flat throw. Can he make it 3? Yes, he can. He's making it expensive. On for the ace, and of course he is. One flat throw. Don't test
without losing his life.
Of course.
Very, very well played for the big man himself. Slacks his AWP can open things up at the start.
A little bit more of an aggressive demeanor. Zyphon, top hot, somehow walking away with damage. Not the kill though. Refresh only good for 1.
How on earth are Bad News Eagles getting away with this round? Flash is chucked in. Slacks is just going to be forced further and further off the angle. Nice shot from Synopsy. No AWP. No money for M4. Oh, that was... You know what? Rigon doing that gave me massive flashbacks to G2 Na'Vi.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, where he, like, checks, kills Electronic. Or Electronic kills 1. Yeah. Slacks and Stare both with kills. I'll stop dreaming about the past and talk about the present. It's GXX that finds a lot of damage. What? Lornex gets turned on. Synopsy, 100 HP. A chance, noise being made, doors shut. Slacks swung open, finds the first. Next man to the block is Refresh, 3 HP, and it's not going to be enough. 16-6.